A lot of the damage has already been done to the corn.
Farmers embrace whatever rain they can get as dry weather threatens their yield. Plus, Camp Rantoul gives the village a push in the right direction. And the stock market may be falling, but gold prices are through the roof. ABC News Channel 15 Midday starts now. Good morning and thanks for choosing ABC News Channel 15 Midday. I'm Kate Springer. Well, this morning, investors around the world continue to react to the first ever downgrade of America's credit rating. It comes at a time when investors are already nervous about a weak U.S. economy, among other issues across the globe. In this morning's top story, ABC News Channel 15's Liz Foster shows us how the stock market fall affects us all.
To many experts, it's not a huge surprise that credit rating agency Standard & Poor's downgraded the government's credit rating from AAA to AA+. But what does that mean for you and I? Possibly higher interest rates.
But everybody's waiting to see what effect that's going to have on mortgage rates, credit card rates, car loans, and so forth.
On Monday, the Dow shed more than 634 points, or 5.6%, the Dow's sixth largest point loss on record. But if you're in the market for a new home, there's a bright side.
When the stock market does poorly, it's good for mortgage rates, and we've really seen a huge drop. Whether that continues or whether that changes, I think we're all kind of waiting and holding our breath to see what happens.
It's also a great time to buy, surprisingly, U.S. stocks. Ameriprise financial planner Steve Kalk says it's like shopping the day after Christmas.
U.S. corporations are still very profitable. They have a lower price earnings ratio right now. And for somebody that has long-term investment time frames, it's a good time to either sit tight or to examine your portfolio and maybe see if there's some buying opportunities. Worst thing that a person can do is to bail out. You don't want to sell while the prices are low. We're still ahead of where we were a year ago.
The market changes day to day, so where it goes from here, we'll have to wait and see. But it will likely affect us all one way or another. In Springfield, Liz Foster for ABC News Channel 15.
Credit rating agency S&P may not be finished. The company downgraded Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which may push mortgage rates higher. It's also looking at local and state governments. Downgrades there could mean a slowdown in hiring. Well, the fall on Wall Street looks good for those with gold. Gold closed out trading yesterday at more than $1,700 per ounce, a new record closing price. And many experts don't see an end to the skyrocketing prices. High gold prices over the past couple of years have already had an impact on the jewelry business. This has prompted many investors to look at gold as an option, but it's different from many other types of investments.
People talk about it as a hedge, but bottom line is it doesn't produce any income. So for a retired person struggling to generate income in their portfolio with interest rates being so low for so long, it's hard to make sense of putting gold in there.
Many experts say the climb in gold prices is directly related to the massive stock sell-off. Investors are pulling their money out of the stock market and investing it into things like precious metals, which they see as a safe haven to protect their money if the global economy slips into a recession. Camp Rantoul is an event that many people look forward to, especially those who do business in Rantoul. For many businesses in the area, Camp Rantoul is the biggest single moneymaker of the year. The general manager of the Quarters Inn & Suites says weekends are busy throughout the year, but Camp Rantoul really helps to drive up their percentages. In addition to the players and their families, spectators who come to Rantoul to watch the practices also help to boost the area's economy while they're in town.
We do get a lot of people that come out to the stands to watch the Illini, and maybe they're not aware that we're even here, so that's good publicity for that.
There's so much business for the hotel that they have to bring on more help just for the 2 weeks that Camp Rantoul is in town. The general manager says most of the extra workers are housekeepers. And now here's Matt Brickman with a look at your forecast. Matt?
Okay, not a bad day so far. It was pretty cool out there this morning as we bottomed out in the mid and upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. And right now, it's really a good-looking day as we get a look over Champaign on the Sullivan Park Hill Tower Cam. Temperature settling in right around 80 degrees right now. 75, a little bit cooler in Paris. 80 on the button here in the CU. Danville at 79 and warmer as you look out towards the west. Low and even mid-80s in a couple of spots. Taylorville already at 84. And that's where I think will settle this afternoon. 84 a top temp today with partly cloudy skies. We do have a cold front dropping in from the northwest. That's going to give us a chance for a few light showers this afternoon. Once that clears, though, there's a big cool down coming. We'll tell you all about that coming up in just a bit. But now I'll send it back on over to Kate.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, every drop of rain matters for local farmers. Without enough, their corn won't grow as much as it should. After a dry July, some of the corn crops are starting to suffer. ABC News Channel 15's AJ Byadport spoke to a couple of farmers who say they have done their part, and now it's up to Mother Nature.
The combination of the super hot weather and the lack of rain has just been a killer on our crops, and it's been a pretty tough month.
It wasn't always this bad for Mike Marin.
That's the frustrating thing about it is everything looks so good at the end of June. We were off to a great start and the potential was there for just a wonderful crop.
But then
the faucets kind of turned off here in July and continued through August, and then with all of the 90-degree days we had, it's starting to have an impact.
the drought downstate contrasts with the wettest July on record for the Chicagoland area. Those who need water the most aren't getting it. At this stage, the lack of rain is keeping kernels from growing on every bit of the ear, especially the tip.
Yeah, that's a real bad one right there.
And when you're talking about 100 acres of crop, well, all those kernels add up.
We're just kind of hoping if we can get some more rain, might fill out some of the kernels that are there that on the corn that did pollinate.
This late in the season, there's nothing else farmers like Marin can do.
It's all out of our hands right now. It's just up to the good Lord.
The USDA crop report comes out Thursday. The August edition is considered important because the plants have grown enough to make an estimate a lot more accurate. However, that report won't take into account the first week of August, which was also dry. Governor Quinn signs a bill that clears the path for locally generated wind farms. The bill was sponsored by Republican Representative Chad Hayes of Catlin. Hayes says the new law will allow counties to keep the money generated by the facilities. But before a local government can decide to build a wind farm, they must first receive voter approval on a referendum. Hayes adds the renewable energy districts will create jobs within the counties that choose to build them. And since the money made is staying in the county, they will be cheaper to build. The law takes effect immediately. The Champaign Police Department's looking for help in catching a bank robber. The thief hit the First Federal Savings Bank on July 18th. At the time of the robbery, there were no customers in the bank. The suspect approached the counter and ordered an employee to give him money. He was last seen running between two businesses on Springfield Avenue. He's described as a dark-skinned black male in his 20s, about 6 feet tall with a thin build.
He went up to a teller, demanded the teller give him cash. The teller complied and gave him cash from the drawer as well as the vault. The suspect then fled on foot, southbound from the bank, and he was last seen running between two buildings, two businesses just south of Springfield Avenue.
If you have any information that can help solve this crime, call Crime Stoppers at 373-TIPS. Lower enrollment this year at Eastern Illinois University is prompting some changes. When school starts later this month, several floors of a major campus dorm will be closed. 8 of the 17 floors at Carmen Hall will be empty and kept closed. The director of University Housing says university officials want to use resources efficiently while enrollment is down. The university's freshman enrollment dropped by approximately 200 students in the fall of 2010 after declining by about 100 students the year before. Only freshmen are required to live on campus. The team attempting to build the world's fastest supercomputer on the University of Illinois campus will be getting a little smaller. IBM Corporation told the university's National Center for Supercomputing Applications yesterday that they were terminating their contract. IBM said in a statement the computer known as Blue Waters has become more expensive and technically demanding than anticipated. The NCSA said they will continue with the project and are working with the National Science Foundation. Blue Waters was initially due to go online this year. Well, they will one day be in charge of mending broken bones and repairing our hearts. But long before the doctors of tomorrow step foot in an operating room, they have to sit through hours in the classroom. Monday marked the start of the school year for second-year med students at SIU School of Medicine. At this stage, most are just starting to learn about diseases and the immune system, and still haven't quite figured out what their specialty will be, but they have a passion for medicine.
I think it's a combination of both caring for people, in addition to the interest that I have in the science behind medicine. So it's those two things combined together that really appeal to me.
While there will be no shortage of jobs once these students graduate, getting into med school isn't easy. 1,200 students applied for just 72 openings at SIU. Most med students undergo 4 years of med school and 3 to 8 years of residency before becoming full-fledged doctors. Well, it's a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde, only this time it involves 2 brothers and a sister on the run for multiple bank robberies. We'll have the latest on the runaway siblings coming up. And Shane Coltra is here to show you how to add some easy-to-grow, no-maintenance bluegrass to your garden.
And we've got plenty of sunshine so far, but clouds are going to be headed our way and maybe bring in some light rain as well. We'll talk about that and a big cool down coming our way after a break. We'll go back about a quarter after 11 o'clock here on what's been a beautiful Tuesday so far, but we do have some rain headed our way. If you look at the radar right now, you are not going to see a thing. This is a really weak cold front that's heading our direction, but it could start to develop a little bit more as we get later in the day, and there is a chance for a few showers as we get going into the afternoon. I'll try to go ahead and point it out here for you. It's just a thin line of clouds that actually disappeared over the last hour, so you can't really make it out, but trust me, it's right along that line, just starting to move into northern Illinois. As it drops a little bit further to the southeast, it's going to encounter some warmer air, and that's going to give us a chance to see a few showers develop. Now, this is not going to be anything compared to what we had yesterday with those strong and severe thunderstorms. Probably just a few light showers, but you know, we'll take any rain we can get at this point. Winds at the moment aren't too bad. They're out of the west, bringing some cool air in at 10 miles an hour. That's keeping us nice and comfortable out there this afternoon, and temperatures are looking pretty good as well. All hovering right around 80 degrees, a couple of degrees in either direction there. 76 the low end of things in Fowler, actually 75 down in Paris. It is warmer as you look out to the west. Decatur's at 82. It's 82 also down in Mattoon and Charleston. We're at 80 here in Champaign. It's 79 in Danville, 78 in Hoopeston, and 78 also down in Tuscola. Dew point's not bad right now, low in mid 70s, so not terribly humid. These will probably rise closer to 70 just by the middle of the afternoon. Then once the cold front comes through, these will drop, and humidity is not going to be an issue for us at all during the middle of the week. Let's go ahead and show you that cold front coming in. You can see it a little more clearly here on the microcast. Late afternoon, a few scattered showers certainly could develop here. Once that clears out, though, skies start to get a little clearer for us as well. Temperatures drop. Will be in the low 60s, upper 50s overnight. Then a cool day tomorrow and into Thursday as well. You'll get significant amounts of sunshine, but temperatures are going to take a tumble. After 84 for our high today, we'll only be at about 58 overnight. That's going to set up a cooler day tomorrow. 76 your high there on Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine and a nice cool breeze. This is a great day to get outside. Thursday, no slouch either. 78 your top temperature there. Back up to the low 80s, normal temperatures for this time of year on Friday, and then we bring in our next chance of rain. It could get here as early as Friday night, but I think there's a good bet we'll see some showers and storms on Saturday. The weekend, not a complete washout, though. We should dry out pretty nicely as we head into the day on Sunday, and then looking pretty good to start the week next week as well.
Not bad. Do you think we'll stay in the 80s for long, though?
Yeah, I think we'll be in the 80s for the majority of the remainder. What is going on here? I'm sorry, I'm distracted.
I know,
this
I am
is
too,
new.
but I tried to ignore it.
I'm sorry, it's
You can
fancy.
never ignore things that are different.
No, it's so cool.
Goodness gracious, Matt.
I feel we're like in some futuristic movie. I want to hop on and ride that thing.
We'll try to get used to this. I'll tell you what's coming up.
Are we in Tron?
All right. A massive manhunt is underway for 3 siblings wanted for shooting at a police officer and robbing a bank while on the run. We'll take a look at their crime spree coming up.
Welcome back. Shane Coltra joins us now from Country Arbor. Shane, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Well, my lawn's not doing well, so I need to see something other than brown out there. And you've got a few options for us to do something a little different.
Normally in the garden, if you can't grow anything, you go to ornamental grasses. You'll see lots of clumps. They seem to look good no matter what. They don't need any rain. So if your lawn looks terrible, you can still have the clumping grasses looking pretty good.
Well, that's perfect for us because we have had no rain. So these things will do well, and even
with
toughest.
Matter of fact, they hate to have too much water. That's the only thing that'll really kill them. They like to be on the dry side. And I brought some grasses in, and I thought that had a great color to them, that teal blue color to
This
them.
one especially, the shorter guy there is really neat looking. What is that?
This is called boulder blue, and it's a blue form of a little tiny grass. Gets about 12 inches. It's festuca. It stays real small. Again, real easy. The only way to kill it is to give it too much water. So it gives you that color, gives a little mound. It's not going to get too tall. It's not going to take over. Just fills little gaps in there and gives you the blue color. I bought another one that stays pretty small called Blue Zinger. Not quite as blue.
Right.
It's got a little teal color to it. It spreads pretty aggressively, so it's a ground cover. But nothing spreads like this one. This color is amazing on this particular plant. It's about as blue as we get in the grass area. But it's crazy. I mean, it
just takes over.
It's called Blue Dune. It would cover the entire seaside if you let it. So you need to find this area that can be contained between a sidewalk or a house or something like that. So this one, you're going to really like it, but you can't just plant it anywhere. Otherwise, your entire bed will be full of it.
What about sun? I mean, can these be in shade?
These
partial
are all
sun?
full sun.
Full sun.
Full
Okay,
sun
so they got to
plants,
be out there. That's the thing they need.
They'll all take a little bit of shade, but they prefer to be out in the open. And this one's little blue stem. This is the native grass that you hear about in the prairies. And it's perfect for the homeowner. It still clumps, still gets nice and blue color, and you don't have to water it at all. So if you're thinking about something that, hey, I'm having a terrible time with plants this year, there's always daylilies, hostas, but then ornamental grasses work out.
Oh, this would
pretty
be great up by the mailbox too, where you're just going to be in that concrete and you want full sun there.
Somewhere where the
and
hose doesn't reach.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Well, if you've got questions about these or anything else, you can always shoot Shane an email. sculture@culture.com is the address, and if we answer that on the air, you'll receive a free gift. Shane, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Kate?
Still ahead, a look at a newly released dashboard cam video of 3 siblings on the run for a bank robbery. That's next.
We're KFC, and we're making your summer more affordable right now with our 8-piece Super Summer Meal, just $15.99, our lowest price of the year. 8 pieces of chicken, large mashed potatoes and gravy, large coleslaw, and 4 biscuits, just $15.99. Today tastes so good.
Now's the time to take advantage of the hottest offer from Xfinity. Right now, you can get Xfinity TV, internet, and voice for $33 each a month for a whole year. Call 1-877-735-3485 today and get the best on-demand experience. Start enjoying the world's greatest collection of hit movies and TV shows, available on TV, online, and now on your iPad. And with Xfinity Internet, you'll get lightning-fast speeds that let you stream your favorite movies and shows, download music, and share pictures in a flash. And you'll also get Xfinity Voice, so you can talk all you want with unlimited nationwide calling. So call today and get Xfinity TV, internet, and voice for $33 each a month for 12 months when you bundle all 3. Plus, get HD DVR service included for 3 months. Or step up to an HD triple play and get up to $200 back. Call 1-877-735-3485 right now.
I would not be able to handle this on my own. And so I needed the very best representation that I could find, and I know that I found that in Kanoski & Associates.
We're Kanoski & Associates. It won't cost a thing to see if we can help.
We're KFC, and we've got the summer's best value right now. Just $2.99 for a KFC Snacker Value Pack, an all-white meat KFC Snacker Sandwich, individual-sized potato wedges, and medium drink, all just $2.99 at KFC. Today tastes so good.
You're watching Midday on ABC News Channel 15 with Kate Springer and weather with Matt Brickman.
Now to the latest in that massive manhunt underway for those 3 siblings wanted for shooting at a police officer and robbing a bank while on the run. For the first time, we're seeing video the police say is of the trio known as the Dartrey Gang, a high-speed chase that kicked off this week-long pursuit. ABC's Lindsay Davis has more.
Police say this is the beginning of the Doherty Gang's violent rampage.
Speeds are over 100 miles per hour at this time.
This police dashboard camera captures the 3 siblings, brother Ryan and Dylan Doherty, and their sister Lee Grace in a high-speed getaway last Tuesday. Bonnie and Clyde style, guns and all.
Shots were fired from the passenger side view.
When one of the 20 bullets they allegedly fired pierces the officer's tire, he has no choice but to stop.
I got a flat tire. It seems I'm not going to be able to keep up with him.
The officer wasn't injured, but police are worried.
Remember, these three are very dangerous. If you engage them, you'll be going to a battle.
Police now say the Doherty's stolen getaway car may have been spotted as far away as Chattanooga, Tennessee, more than 500 miles from where that high-speed chase was recorded in Florida. Investigators believe the trio also robbed this bank in Georgia. Surveillance photos show the masked suspects wielding weapons, including an AK-47. The trio's alleged multi-state crime spree began the day after 21-year-old Ryan was forced to register as a sex offender. Robert Eddington represented him in court that day, and this is how he describes the first time they met.
He didn't seem to be particularly there in terms of his mentality. It was a blank look on his face. It was hard for him to focus and look into my eyes.
As police continue their search this morning, it appears the three siblings have at least two things in common: their shared DNA and that they're highly sought after by the FBI.
And Matt will be in with a final check of your forecast.
Welcome back. Final check of that forecast here. We should be somewhere in the mid-80s this afternoon. However, there is a slight chance for rain. We do have a cold front dropping in from the northwest, probably around 3 or 4 o'clock. You could see some scattered showers there, but certainly nothing compared to what we had yesterday. After that, things cool down for a couple of days. Highs are only going to be in the 70s. They haven't been that cool in over 6 weeks. Not since the last week of June have temperatures been that low. And the overnight temperature is quite cool, too. They're going to be in the 50s there, so a good chance to turn the AC off and save yourself some money. By the way, if you want to keep track of the rain coming this afternoon, WICD15.com, click on Interactive Radar.
Really? One last time, you couldn't give it to me?
WICD15.com/Interactive Radar. I think it's just iRadar.
I don't know.
It's on there. It's on the website.
Have a great day.
See you back here tomorrow.